Hi, I'm Paul from the Studio Rats. Today we're looking at this. This is the AIRCHILD 660 from J Rockett Audio Design. Now, if you're like me and you're a bit of an audio geek, you'll know about Fairchild compressors. Fairchild compressors are the holy grail of studio compressors. The Fairchild 670 is a stereo version, and the Fairchild 660, I guess you could say, is a mono version of the same sort of circuit. And these things are loaded with valves. Now, I don't think we're going to fit all of those valves inside this little pedal, but this pedal has got all the sort of characteristics that you can get from those sort of classic Fairchild compressors. So let's go through all the different controls. You've got your level knob. Now this is your volume control, and this is really interactive with the threshold control, and I'll explain more of that in a minute. We've got a tone control, and this is one of the reasons why I think this could be one of the most versatile compressors that you can use, because you can really use it with any guitar. Say you've got a Les Paul and you want to brighten your amp up a little bit, you can increase the tone. Now what that does is it brightens up the tone, but it also decreases the bass. And if you've got something like a Strat or a Telecaster, which is a bit of a brighter sounding guitar and can be a little bit harsh, you can wind back the tone control, so that increases the bottom end and decreases the top end. So you can stick this at the start of your chain on your pedal board, and you can really adjust this to any guitar that you might have. And another reason why it's so versatile is this blend control. A lot of guitar compressor pedals don't have a blend control or a mix control. So what you can do with that, if I bring the blend all the way back, we're taking the compression out of the chain. And then with the parallel signal, I can then blend in the amount of compression that I want. And last of all, we've got our threshold control, and this determines at what point the compressor or the compression kicks in. Now that to me sounds absolutely fantastic. I love the way that you get this initial attack with the note, because we've got an auto attack, auto release on this compressor. But as it squashes down and the chord dies away on the guitar, it sort of creates this linear level. So you're almost getting this endless sustain. Now, personally, I wouldn't use a compressor like that. I always like to have the mix control back. Now, if I take the compressor out, it's a little bit flat and lifeless. The initial idea of compression is to even out a performance, so you don't get so many sort of loud notes and so many quiet notes. You sort of get more of a even performance. And I can demonstrate that by lowering the threshold, and that's what we're doing by turning up this control here and bringing up the blend so it's more of the wet signal. So first with the compressor off. And then with it in. Now in modern days we tend to use it for that as well, but more as a sort of tone shaping tool. What it does is it's squashing the whole guitar signal and all of those frequencies, so you tend to get a fatter sort of guitar tone, which is exactly why I like using compressors. Now, one of the other great uses of a compressor is to use it as a boost. And the great thing about this pedal here is because we've got the EQ, we've got like this EQ'd boost control. Now, I'd recommend always sort of starting off at unity gain. So that's the same volume coming out the pedal if it was switched off to when it's switched on. And now let's turn up the output to hear it boosting into the amp. As all J Rockett pedals are, it is built like an absolute tank. It is absolutely fantastic and I'd highly recommend checking one out. Anyway, I really hope you guys got something out of this video. If you did get something out of it, don't forget to like and subscribe. Click on the bell button and you'll be notified of any future video that comes out from the Studio Rats. I'm Paul and I'll see you next time. Cheers.